Good evening and welcome to the Newshour agenda. I'm Madhavdas. Viewers, the woes of the Congress party are far from over, even as we are just 2 months away from the 2024 Lok Sabha contest. On the one hand, the grand old party is firefighting internal battles, and on the other hand, all doesn't seem to be well with the remaining allies of the India alliance. First up, let's start with a Kamal Nath suspense. Over the last few days, speculation have been doing the rounds over his possible switch to the BJP. Sources have told Times now that Kamal Nath was massively upset with the Congress High Command after he was reportedly denied a Rajya Sabha ticket despite a direct appeal to Sonia Gandhi. But after repeated outreach by top Congress leaders, it now seems that Kamal Nath might stay put in the Congress. Sources in the Kamal Nath camp have told Times now that talks of him leaving the party were mere speculation, and all that was being speculated about is well now. It's now learnt that various rounds of talks have taken place to resolve the crisis, where an assurance has now been given to Kamal Nath that he will play a key role in the upcoming general elections. One of his staunch loyalists and former MP Minister Sajjan Verma has asserted that both Kamal Nath and his son Nakul Nath are here to stay in the Congress party.
जिस व्यक्ति ने श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी के साथ संजय गांधी, राजीव गांधी और राहुल गांधी के साथ कांग्रेस के पौधे को सींच के वटवृक्ष बनाया हो, काम किया हो, वो व्यक्ति किसी हल्की फुल्की बात पे कांग्रेस छोड़ के बीजेपी में चला जाए, ये संभव नहीं। काल्पनिक प्रश्न एकदम उठा, 2-3 दिन गरमाया, आज उसका पटाक्षेप कर दिया उन्होंने कि मेरा बेटा नकुल नाथ कांग्रेस की टिकट पे छिंदवाड़ा से चुनाव लड़ेगा लोकसभा।
Meanwhile, that's not the only worry for the Congress. In fact, there's no end to embarrassments for the India alliance as Rahul Gandhi's Yatra traverses UP with much fanfare. Samajwadi Party has become the latest ally to leave the grand old party red-faced. As Rahul's Yatra entered Amethi constituency, Akhilesh Yadav today officially announced that till seat sharing with the Congress is finalized, they will be staying away from the march.
अभी बातचीत चल रही है, कई दौर में बातचीत हो चुकी है, कई सूचियां उधर से आई, सूची इधर से भी गई। जिस समय सीटों का बंटवारा हो जाएगा, समाजवादी पार्टी उनके न्याय यात्रा में शामिल हो जाएगी।
Samajwadi Party had earlier offered 11 seats to the Grand Old Party, while the Congress's state unit demanded a higher allocation. Ajay Rai, the Congress state chief, had then said that the party should get around 24 seats that it had won in the 2009 general elections. The allies in the opposition India bloc have not been seeing eye to eye for a while now. After the RLD quit the alliance, news agency PTI has quoted Rajen Chaudhary, the Samajwadi Party's chief spokesperson, to say that the offer has now been revised to 17 seats, but common ground has clearly not been found. Almost as if adding insult to injury, SP also released its second candidates list, naming 11 candidates, choosing to declare candidates in the very areas where Rahul Gandhi was in during the last 2 days, Chandauli and Pratapgarh. All this even as Congress till the 11th hour kept saying that all is well.
आज 37वां दिन है भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा का, और पूरा सुबह हम प्रतापगढ़ जिले में रहेंगे। दोपहर को बाबूगंज में 4 बजे एक जनसभा को संबोधित करेंगे। कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष जी मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी और राहुल जी दोनों उस सभा को संबोधित करेंगे, और रात को हम अमेठी में रुकेंगे। मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि कल जुड़ेंगे, वो कल जुड़ेंगे, ज़रूर जुड़ेंगे। और आज तो कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष आ रहे हैं, जनसभा को संबोधित करेंगे। और कल हम पहले तो पल्लवी पटेल भी आई थी अपना दल से, वो जुड़ी, और हम उम्मीद करते हैं वामपंथी पार्टी तो पहले से ही जुड़े हैं, और कल हम उम्मीद करते हैं अखिलेश यादव जी भी जुड़ेंगे।
This is just the latest in the India alliance woes. In UP itself, RLD has just dumped the alliance to go with the NDA on the heels of Nitish Kumar. Several other allies have announced plans to go solo in their respective states. So the question is Rahul Gandhi's Yatra, whose main motto was to unite, losing allies along the way?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And for more of this, let's go right across to our guest. Joining us with us is Tuhin Sina, national spokesperson of the BJP. Suhel Seth, columnist, is with us. With us also is Zainab Sikandar, spokesperson of the RLD. Vikram Asal Sharma is leader of the Congress, joining us from Bhopal. We have with us Mamata Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. But let me start first and foremost with Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Kamal Nath is the latest in a long list of leaders who have, at some level or the other had differences within the Congress and would think of leaving the party. There have been several in the recent days. I don't want to name them. There's such a long list over the last 6 months. Clearly, there's a problem. And all of this happening before Lok Sabha elections is certainly not good news.
Madhav, very good. You are pointing out the fallacies in the alliance that is evident from your point of view. But I believe your view is a little bit myopic. Having a holistic view of the entire alliances that we are stitching up together, you see the South alliances are very much in place. The Eastern alliances are very much in place. In Uttar Pradesh, there is a difference of 2-3 seats that is always there. But what Congress party is embarked upon is to detect and identify the devil in the skin. We have done that before the Karnataka elections. We have identified who is the devil in the Karnataka politics in the JDS. And look where JDS is right now. They have landed right at the lap of the Bharatiya Janata Party and the RSS. That is one example that I am giving you. But then as an opposition, if the regional parties do not come in the common ground with the Congress, then our task is much more defined as a grassroots work. I feel, because we need to expose the BJP and the RSS by talking more about the Chandigarh mayor elections. We need to talk more about the Manipur, about Agniveer, about the farmers' right. We know how BJP has compromised the nation by compromising the Election Commission of India, the NHS,
that's very well.
NCW,
certainly,
or the use of the ED,
these
CBI.
are very important issues. Nobody's going to for a minute say,
10 more seconds.
Nobody's for a minute going to say that these are not issues as opposition that you should rightly raise. Certainly, I'm not going to question the logic of that. But when you have Mr. Nitish Kumar leaving, when you have the RLD leaving, when you have Mamata as well as Mr. Kejriwal and others saying that we're going to contest elections alone, there are many who are asking what's happening. Because here you have a situation where even Akhilesh Yadav has made it clear that he's running out of patience. He specifically said that he will participate in the Yatra only if the seat sharing deal is announced. What can be more embarrassing that for Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party?
Madhav, very good that you have raised this question. Because, any other party that you have named out here, I'm not talking about Samajwadi Party or the DMK or any other party out here. But specifically you say, as a congressman, what do I feel about the current political affairs in the country? Right now, BJP, when it coined the slogan of 400 par and 370 by the Prime Minister Modi, I feel a certain amount and a degree of nervousness within the party. Because you see that in North India, more or less in 2019 elections, we have seen the BJP has reached a saturation point out there. From there, they can only come down, they cannot go up. And you must be reminded that around 60% of the voters are aligned in the opposition space, not with the ruling BJP. Now, as an opposition, as a congressman, I will want all the opposite parties which are opposing the BJP to come together and align this 60% to defeat the BJP.
Okay, we have a limited time debate, so I want to quickly go across to all our panelists. Tuhin, would you like to quickly respond to that? Is your nervousness that's making you say 400 seats? You're nervous about losing the election because you've maxed out in entire North India. Please respond to Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
Good evening, Madhav. Good evening, everybody. Well, the Congress party today reminds me of a movie, Is Raat Ki Subah Nahi. It's a dark tunnel, and any alliance partner which walks into that tunnel is certain to be doomed, is certain to finish off its political career. And that is the reason why everybody today has ditched the Congress party. And mind you, today the way Congress party stands completely alienated with the real issues facing the people, it will not even get 25 seats in the Lok Sabha elections. There are two reasons why everybody is ditching the Congress party. One, 7 months after the formation of the INDI alliance, whatever remains of it, they have not even been able to identify the prime ministerial candidate, which itself shows that they are the one nervous, they are the one they are the one aware that they are probably in waiting for 2029 or possibly 2034. Secondly, when it comes to seat sharing, Rahul Gandhi and Jairam Ramesh can't get over Rahul Gandhi's Yatra to nowhere. They are not even interested in seat sharing arrangements. Besides the larger issue over here, the Congress party's repeated condescending attitude towards Hindu sentiments, the fact that it cannot open its mouth on the Sandesh Kali episode, all of these render this opposition completely unworthy and untrustworthy. And I don't think, put together, they would get more than 143 seats, which is where we will end up scoring more than 400 seats.
All right, I see Kamruzaman Chaudhary's hand going up. Going to come to you, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, but first want to bring in the SP spokesperson because you mentioned how things are all hunky-dory with the SP. Let me bring in Mohammad Tariq Khan. Mohammad Tariq Khan, the ultimatum that has been put out by the Samajwadi Party, that you will only participate in the Yatra once seat sharing, is decided in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Is it a clear sign that even Mr. Akhilesh Yadav and the Samajwadi Party, they are running out of patience, that they want to seal all the deals and put it in place?
It's nothing like that. We are giving any type of ultimatum. It's just like a clarification to the nation, to our state, to the people of the country, that we want Congress to be very clear, and we want our alliance to be very clear about the seat sharing. Then only it would be good. There should not be any type of confusion afterward, like it happened in our alliance.
So why is Akhilesh Yadav not participating in Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra? Can you tell me?
He said that later on, any time when the Bharat Jodo Yatra will proceed ahead, we will join. Our leader as well also join, and talks has been in the process, and we'll join it. But now as if now Congress is asking for more seats, it's not being finalized. So and tomorrow we have another type of chaos in the alliance in Uttar Pradesh. We don't want to create these type of situation in our state. That's what I have tried to understand what Akhilesh ji has said. BJP spokesperson said, इस रात की सुबह नहीं, मगर हर रात का एक टाइम भी होता है. फिर वो रात जाएगी, रात खत्म होगी और नया सवेरा. तो हर रात का एक टाइम होता है. आप अपनी रात का टाइम काट रहे हैं और हम लोग सवेरा है. Will rise once the time will over. आपकी रात का समय जब खत्म होगा, हमारी सुबह होगी.
Okay, Suhel Seth raising his hand. Suhel Seth, you want to respond to him on that? हमारा भी टाइम आएगा.
I'm not into all this is रात की सुबह होगी and all that nonsense. We have to first decide whether these parties want to win an election. Kamru is absolutely right. He wants to do it alone. Do it. Let the Congress do it alone. The Congress seems to be the pivot of the alliance. Mamata Banerjee has vocally, verbally, publicly said that she doesn't believe that the Congress is capable of even winning 40 seats. Her statement is in the public domain. If Kamru believes that West Bengal is not part of the East, then we need to worry. Number one. Number two, you know what I really feel, and I'm saying this as bluntly as I can, if you replace
I think we've lost that line. I apologize for the poor connection. We'll just try and connect with Suhel Seth very quickly. But somewhere or the other, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, is there a sense of, what Mr. Suhel Seth is saying, what the BJP is saying, is that somewhere or the other, you try to build an alliance not working. Now you're saying that we are much happier functioning alone. Somewhere or the other, with even the leaders, like Mr. Kamal Nath, like, in fact, the others, including Milind Deora, as well as Ashok Chavan, who have quit recently, is there a sense that the party, or within the party itself, if top leaders, former chief ministers start leaving, there is a question about A, the leadership, and B, which direction the party is headed in?
Madhav, I am surprised at how you are coming to the conclusion that the alliance is not functioning. Out of the 543 seats, if I am not wrong, we are very much solidly on 1:1 candidate in around 350 seats as of today. You can go back to your research team and find out whether I'm telling you the accurate data or not. Secondly, there are disputes, there are differences, and that
Sir,
is
allies are leaving and you're saying alliance is working rock solid. No. I mean, please, Mr. Chaudhary, let's call a spade a spade.
Madhav,
there are so many allies who have left, and you're saying alliance is working beautifully.
There are differences in 200 seats. Nobody is disputing that. There are differences in 200 seats. Maybe Bengal, there are differences. Maybe differences.
Sir, there are Bengal, Punjab, Delhi, Maharashtra, nothing has been announced. UP, nothing has been decided. And how are you saying alliance is working beautifully? National Conference, Jammu and Kashmir. One second, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, National Conference is also not fighting along with you.
Kamru, my friend. Can I just say one thing here, Madhav?
Okay, Suhel wants to respond to you. Yeah.
Madhav.
Yeah, one by one, I'm going to come to you, Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Suhel, since he couldn't complete his point earlier, I'm going to allow him to finish. Yeah.
With the greatest of respect for the Congress and the family and whoever else, let me tell you what the problem is. And no one wants to address the elephant in the room. If you replace Rahul Gandhi, you have a chance. The alliance has a chance. The Congress party has a chance. He is not fit to lead, not because he's a bad leader, but he's not a politician. Rahul Gandhi is an activist. Narendra Modi is a politician. Let him do his activism. this kind of barrage, this kind of inane comments that Rahul Gandhi passes is actually upsetting the alliance. Now, no one wants to tell him the truth because everyone believes that by telling him the truth, they'll be isolating. Number one. Number two, Kamru, my friend, let me tell you this. When people leave, even the corporate world does an exit interview. Rahul Gandhi tries to denigrate them, to say things about Milind Deora after he left in that manner, to my mind, was reprehensible, undignified, and totally uncalled for from a person of Rahul Gandhi's stature. Why is the Congress doing this to itself? I mean, you are scoring more self-goals every day. The country needs an opposition, but the country's job is not to create an opposition.
Okay.
The point I'm telling you, Kamru, my friend, if you get rid of Rahul Gandhi, you have a chance. If you keep Rahul Gandhi there, you can keep walking, but you will not win the election. You have to decide whether you want to walk or you want to be in power.
Kamruzaman Chaudhary, quick response, and then I go across to others.
No party.
Yeah, we have other panelists who have not yet spoken, but Kamruzaman Chaudhary, since there's a question directed at you, quick response, please.
Yeah, my dear friend Suhel ji has just now said a few words about my leader Rahul Gandhi. Now, fact is that if he wants a responsible opposition in the country, name one leader. I am challenging him who is questioning the government on all policies that are wrong for the country. And it is, you will find only one leader, that is Rahul Gandhi. The rest all are somehow or the other compromised. The one leader that
How
is
are they
speaking, that
compromised?
is Rahul Gandhi.
Your alliance partners are also compromised, sir? They are also opposition leaders. They are regional satraps.
You tell me. You tell me what happened to RND. What happened to You broke down two regional parties in Maharashtra. You broke down a government.
Let me ask Mohammad Tariq Khan. Mohammad Tariq Khan, are you not committed? Are you also compromised, sir? Only Congress is committed to taking on the Modi government. Are you not committed to taking on the Modi government as an opposition party?
That's where we have differences somehow, and that is the problem we have. That we want that all the opposition leaders should lead, and if we have role in Uttar Pradesh, that should be signified, and that should be recognized, and that should be emphasized, and that should be called upon. That yes, Akhilesh ji has a role to play in Uttar Pradesh, and let him play that role. That role should not be just captured by some other leader or party or somebody else. That's what we want.
Okay, I want Zainab Sikandar to come in because she hasn't yet spoken. Zainab Sikandar, what do you make of Kamruzaman Chaudhary's assertions that it's only Congress that is firm in taking on the central government? Do you think that there's a problem there? There's a problem there in the basic understanding of the role that the Congress should be playing, perhaps taking along all the regional parties, and perhaps somewhere that understanding or the lack of it was responsible for several of the allies walking out. At least that's what Nitish Kumar had stated when he was switching.
You know, this higher than thou attitude, this narcissism, this self-obsession, saying that we are the only upholders of all the values and, you know, the democratic rights of the citizens of India, and the rest are compromised, is the very reason that they've been alienated by their own alliance partners. Are they trying to say that someone of Mamata Banerjee's stature and TMC's take on things is compromised? Do you really think Arvind Kejriwal is compromised? Do you really think Akhilesh Yadav is compromised? Because these are people who are still kind of on board in the INDI alliance. So, you know, this entire high horse, keeping yourself on the pedestal, you know, this is so stale and this is so old, and Congress is now has been actually battered so badly because they've been told time and again by their critics and their supporters alike, and then please stop this privileged sense that you have about yourself, stop this elitism, but yet they don't understand, and they are not understanding the pulse of the nation. You have to understand, alliances are all about respecting each other's needs and wants, okay? And you have to find a middle ground between what another party needs and what another party wants. You have to find a middle ground, because sometimes, of course, people want the moon, but they don't deserve it. So that's the reason I think Congress is never able to strike that balance, because Congress inherently in the last 15-20 years has been taken over by this deep sloth, a laziness, because of which they're not focused. They're not focused on winning, and India has changed a lot, and the way elections are fought has been changed a lot. So, you know, to keep up with times, they need to become a little more fast-paced. I think the decay is not just within the leadership, it's also within the party. So
working style, ego, all of these are problems, and I want Vikram Sharma to respond to you on that. He's a leader of the Congress party. Vikram Sharma, kahin na kahin Congress party slow ho gayi hai. टाइम्स चेंज हो गए, टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज हो गया और कहीं ना कहीं एक बहुत बड़े ईगो को लेकर पार्टी चल रही है, जिसकी वजह से आप क्षेत्रीय दलों को साथ नहीं ले जा पा रहे हैं।
नहीं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। सबको सबसे बात चल रही है। इंडिया बना है, इंडिया का वही सोर्स चल रहा है, पर सब लोगों की अपनी अपनी आकांक्षाएं होती हैं, उस आकांक्षाओं के हिसाब से काम हो रहा है। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। और कांग्रेस पार्टी ही पहले सबसे बड़ी पार्टी हुआ करती थी। आज कह सकते हैं कि अलग अलग कुछ लोग अपनी चीजों के चक्कर में अलग अलग हो गए, पर लोग साथ में संगठित हैं। और राहुल गांधी जी के
जयंत चौधरी भी गलत है, ममता बनर्जी भी गलत है, अरविंद केजरीवाल भी गलत है, उमर अब्दुल्ला भी गलत है। अगर इतने सारे लीडर्स गलत है तो उनके साथ अलायंस क्यों हुआ इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस? इज द क्वेश्चन मैनी विल आस्क यू सर।
जी 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 नहीं, गलत कोई नहीं, गलत नहीं है। अपने सबका अपना अपना पार्टी का एक सबका क्या है, सब पार्टी का अलग अलग समीकरण होता है, अपने हिसाब से डील करते हैं ये। और मैं बताना चाहता हूं, कांग्रेस का एक युवाओं की बात उठा रही है, किसानों की बात उठा रही है, महिलाओं की बात उठा रही है। इस विषय में बात करना बहुत जरूरी है। आज बॉर्डर पे किसान बैठा हुआ, उसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है, युवाओं के बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है, रोजगार के बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है, महंगाई बढ़ रही है, इसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है। हम खाली सिर्फ ये सोच रहे हैं कि हमारी सत्ता आ जाए, पर सत्ता का उद्देश्य क्या होता है कि आप जनता की सेवा करें। अगर आप सेवा ही नहीं कर पा रहे हैं,
सारे मुद्दे आपके इंपॉर्टेंट है, कोई उस पे दो सवाल नहीं है, लेकिन सवाल ये उठ रहा है कि अगर आप अपने अलायंस को ही साथ नहीं रख पाएंगे तो आप देश के जनता के पास कैसे जाएंगे? आई वांट तुहिन इन एनी केस टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू दैट। नो वन इज पिकिंग अप दीज इश्यूज दैट वी आर, वेदर इट्स ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन, वेदर इट्स ऑफ द फार्मर्स इश्यूज रिलेटेड टू यूथ। वी आर डूइंग आवर जॉब, सेज द कांग्रेस। प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड।
No, Madhav, at a time when, Honorable Prime Minister has given the clarion call of Viksit Bharat, Rahul Gandhi's despicable attempts to divide and stoke divisions in the Hindu society, that I think has created a hatred among the people. Today, if you look at what happened in Amethi, even in Amethi, people are greeting him with all kinds of negative slogans. That is what Rahul Gandhi has reduced the Congress party to. Today he has very silly issues like प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में कितने लोग कितने कास्ट के बुलाए गए थे. These are not the issues. Please don't barge like this. Have the basic. Don't behave like Rahul Gandhi over here.
No, but
these are not the issues which aspirational India wants to even broach. This India has grown beyond caste lines.
Those statements are fine, but while it's very well to question the alliances of the Congress party, it's a fact that no seat sharing has been announced in Karnataka, where you have a tie-up with the JDS. Even in Maharashtra, Sena, NCP, we are not much the wiser as to what the seat sharing there is. So there are many who's going to question, what about the BJP and its alliances if you're questioning the India alliance?
Where are you comparing the two? Have you heard the JDS complaining? Have you heard the two alliance partners complaining? They have implicit faith in the BJP. In fact, when you talk about, at times when we are accused of actually suppressing regional parties, I will tell you otherwise. I mean, we have actually resurrected the Shiv Sena. We have actually brought it away from the clutches of
Completely out of time. Completely out of time. I'm sorry interrupting you there. Completely out of time. Tuhin Sinha, Suhel Seth, Zainab Sikandar, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Vikram Sharma, Mohammad Tariq Khan. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Certainly, of course, all eyes on what really will happen as far as not just the Bharat Jodo Yatra is concerned, but also in terms of the India alliance and its alliance partners, particularly in the state of Uttar Pradesh, where the Yatra is currently traversing through. Thanks so much for joining us.